Hello and welcome back to Board Game Acrobat, where today I'm going to show you how to play Codenames Marvel. So what I'll do is I'll go through a basic game and then I will talk to you about the variants at the end. So how to get started is, so first of all I'll start with 2 players. So if you're a 2 player, you're not in a team, you are in a team, you don't have to split into teams, and one person is the agent and the other person will be given in the clues. In a 3-player game, you can either do it so there is one person given the 2 clues and the 2 people are working together to find them, or 2 people are given the clues for one person and the one person has to work as hard for both people. And then in a 4+, there will be 2 people given clues and the rest of the players will be in 2 separate teams. One team will be Shield and one team will be Hydra. So, to get started, take all of these cards which have the pictures on one side and the names on the other, and decide which side you would like to use for the game. So you can either use all pictures or all words. And that's up to you, it just depends on what kind of game you want to play this time round. You can change it up for future games and that kind of thing. Once you've decided, shuffle them up and put them into a 5x5 square where everyone can see them. So I'm going to do it where the pictures are up just because I enjoy that. So, and you can put them out however you want, because remember it does need to be as random as possible. So what I like to do is I do this, so I put my outline and then I place them in wherever they go at a time. This just, to me, it feels nicer that they are more random, and it just looks nice when I'm putting them out, in my opinion. So after you've done that, you have that, and then get out your Shield and Hydra tokens, which will look like this. So half of them will be blue, half of them will be red, and one of them will be a double agent. Give the blue ones to the blue team and the red ones to the red team, and just hold on to the double agent one in a second, because whichever team goes first will be using that. You can then get out the Infinity Stones, if you know what they're called, and there's a Thanos card, which is the Assassin card, and there's an Infinity Gauntlet. There's a few different ways to play with this, but first of all I'll just go over the normal way. So put the Infinity Stones near you and the Thanos Stones next to that where you can see it. And then you're going to want to take all of the cards that look like that. They look like that on the back. And the 2 people that will be given the clues, one of you will shuffle these up, pick one up randomly, give it a few turns like this, and then show it to yourself. So then what you're going to want to do is take this stand and put it on the bottom, so both people given clues knows which order the pictures are going to be in. So this will look like this, and this will tell you a few things. So one, quite obviously, it will tell you where on the grid your team's agents are and what you've got to try and get your team to guess. It will also tell you this red bit, these 4 red bits around the side will either be red or blue, and as this one is red, you're going to want to give this double agent card on the red side up to the Hydra team, as the red team goes first. All of the black spaces are civilians or neutral zones, which are the infinity stones or the gauntlets. So if your team chooses that, you'll be placing one of them on it. And the yellow zone is the assassin. And if your team chooses the assassin, then that team loses the game and the other team wins. So now you know, now you're all set up and ready to play. You know who is going first, and you know what you're trying to avoid. So how it works is the red team person would take a look at the spaces and what is around, and he would then say one word. Now there's a few rules about how the word works. It can't be to do with where they are on the board. It can't be to do with like how close they are. It can't be hyphened. There's a few rules around the words. If you are ever curious, I believe it is on page 7 of the rulebook, which say valid clues. If you ever need to look it up to double check that your clues are okay. So what I would then do, let's have a look. So maybe I would say star 2. So what it is the first clue, the first word is a clue to what ones you are looking for, and then you say a number, which is the amount that you can pick. So 2 means there is 2 words here that 2 pictures here that go to the clue 2. So the red team can discuss all they like, and then the way they make a choice is they might go, I think it's a Star-Lord. They can say that all they like, and then, but as soon as they put their finger on Star-Lord, that is when they find out whether they are right or not. And if they are right, they put one of their red tokens on top of it because they have found one of their agents. And then they'll have to make that other guess. Say they went, oh, maybe it's to do with this one as well. However, that one in my grid here is a civilian, is a neutral zone, so one of these would be put onto it, and then turn would go to the blue team. So they get their word and their number, make their guesses, and if they got them all right, it would then go on to the red team again, and they would make their guesses. So maybe I'd say gun 1, so the red team picks this one, they put their one on, but then because they didn't get all of their clues for the star, they can go back, because they got all of their clues this time, they can give it another go to try and get all of them. So maybe they pick this one, and that's correct, and then it would move on back onto the blue team. And play continues like this until either one team picks the assassin, meaning the other team wins, or the first team to find all of their agents in the field is victorious. So, in a standard game, if you get down to the Infinity Gauntlet, it doesn't matter. However, there is, like I said, the variants. So a few variants is a 0 variant, meaning you can, as one of your clues, you can say maybe skull 0, and that means none of your agents that you're looking for is for that clue. So that will be a clue for the next turn maybe, and that kind of thing. There's an Infinity Gauntlet variant, which means if you get down through all of the neutral cards and you do all the Infinity Gems and you get to the Infinity Gauntlet, which will be at the back for this variant, and that is the last thing to be placed. Again, you lose, Thanos takes over the world and the other team win. For a 2-player game, let me just give so how it works is everything's exactly the same. However, if you are on the same team, what would happen is the person given the clue would give you your clue like normal. You would be the player starting. So you get your clue, you try it, and then for the other player, for the other turn, they would take one from the other team's pile and pop it on any one of their teams that they choose, so they can put it on in any order, so there might be some tactics there. And then it'll be your turn again, and you've got to beat them. Either, it's the same thing, so either Thanos, you'd lose. If you're playing the Infinity Gauntlet version, Gauntlet comes out, you'd lose. Or if the other team runs out of agents before you find all of your agents, again, you lose. And for the 2-player variant, where there isn't teams and you're just a one-on-one, you can also, if you feel like not competing against each other in a big group or more than 2 players, you can always do it in that variant where you're all going for the same one and then the other team gets one put down each time. And yeah, that is how you play Codenames Marvels. I hope this video was useful for you. If it was, make sure you do hit that like button, and please do consider subscribing for more board game related information. And until next time, share the love of board games.